Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh, the Blue Anon crew on Twitter is celebrating this morning. They're celebrating the takedown of Byron Donalds, and of course, by extension, the takedown of the MAGA Biden impeachment narrative. Folks, I don't know if you saw it, but Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez jumped into the spotlight and became the hero of the day. Once again, anti-establishment Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez comes swinging in, flying into the defense of establishment crooked crony Joe Biden. It's a very weird situation, but leftist Twitter is celebrating AOC as some sort of hero. Apparently, Byron Donalds presented fake evidence, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez cleared the record and BTFO'd Byron Donalds, ending his career with a based fact check. That's the official leftist Twitter narrative. The reality? Yeah, not so convinced. It's all one big distraction play. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so Byron Donalds, during the impeachment inquiry hearing, I guess we could call it, the other day, presented a new piece of text message evidence from back in 2018. This is what he had to say.
Next slide, please. For my colleagues on the other side, we're going to start talking evidence now. Oh, this is a fun one. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is from 2018. This is about 4 months before Joe Biden launched his campaign for president of the United States, December 2018. The highlight is, this is a text message between Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden was in a bad way, by the way. He was really strung out. He lost a bunch of money. He needed help. Jim Biden says, "This can work. You need a safe harbor. I can work with your father alone. It'll probably take several months and everybody can read the text."
I mean, it's not exactly a needed piece of evidence. You know, even if that text message didn't exist, I'd say there's still probably enough evidence suggesting a criminal conspiracy here. But Democrats saw this presentation from Byron Donalds as an opportunity to attempt to discredit the whole thing. All of a sudden, the discussion surrounding the Biden impeachment inquiry, at least the discussion between right and left, has become all about this specific Byron Donalds moment. Apparently, he lied. He misrepresented the evidence.
There's no new evidence.
I complimented you, though. I said you should be a
Okay, well, it
witness.
doesn't let you off the hook, because here's the new evidence they presented. An email from Jim Biden to Hunter Biden.
Oh, the doctored one?
No.
Yeah.
I can work with your father alone. So there goes the "I was never in business with my son," because not only were you in business with your son, you were in business with your brother.
I'm so glad you brought that up. So that
Really?
came from Byron Donalds, and then AOC had the full quote of what happened, and he wasn't talking about working with...
I have the full quote, too.
No, you don't.
I have the full quote,
I've written down
too.
so much more than you. It's astonishing.
Okay, Jessica, I don't need to write it down because I know it cold. You got...
Leftists everywhere are claiming that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez BTFO'd, debunked lying Byron Donalds for supposedly presenting, quote, fabricated evidence.
Earlier today, one of our colleagues, a gentleman from Florida, presented up on this screen something that appeared to be a screenshot of a text message containing or insinuating an explosive allegation. That screenshot of what appeared to be a text message was a fabricated image. It was a fabricated image. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was the staff of the committee, but it was not the actual direct screenshot from that phone. And in fact, I would like to submit to the committee the actual full context from the Ziegler affidavit number 1, exhibit 402, of the full text of that exchange. Do I have permission from the chair? Importantly, what was brought out from that fabricated image excluded critical context that changed the underlying meaning and allegation that was presented up on that screen by this committee and by members of this committee.
It's a big accusation. And obviously, considering my track record on this issue, on the issue of fabricating evidence, I'd be a complete hypocrite if I just blindly gave Byron Donalds a pass. We have been calling out Democrats and their manipulation of evidence for multiple years at this point. Usually it's Adam Schiff. January 6th committee admits to altering text messages between Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan. Schiff may have mischaracterized Parnas evidence, documents show. Breaking down Adam Schiff's account of Trump-Ukraine phone call. Obviously, you guys know those stories. If I'm going to call out the Democrat for fabricating evidence, then I should be willing to call out the Republican as well. And so apparently Byron Donalds lied. That's what AOC says. AOC calls out GOP for presenting fake text image in Biden impeachment hearing. The accusation is that Byron Donalds left out key context from the actual text message itself, which supposedly exonerates Joe Biden. AOC kept pulling up the photo saying, "Look, folks," but a piece of paper presented on camera, which no one can actually read, doesn't exactly clear up the context now, does it? Doesn't prove that Byron Donalds purposely lied and, quote, fabricated evidence. So I did what any normal human being would do in this situation, and I found the original text message. This is it. From December 29th, 2018. Messages between SM and James Biden. Quote, "I can work when I'm in New York City all day, every day for the next 3 months from 8 to 12. But I can't pay alimony without dad or tuitions or for food and gas. Really, it's all gone. I can go make it up in like 15 to 20 days, I'm sure, but he's basically made it clear that he's not paying alimony because mom made it clear that she won't do it. Hallie won't allow me to be at the house or lend me or pay me back any money. Ashley moves into mom's after I told dad that I would move in there. That night I tell dad that I want to probably stay in the area and specifically I want to live by you and teach my course at Penn and maybe develop another one," in which James Biden responds, "This can work. You need a safe harbor. I can work with your father alone. We, as usual, just need several months of this help for this to work. Let's talk about it. It makes perfect sense to me. This is difficult to fully vet without talking. Will you please call me on WA? We can develop a plan together. It can work. I'm going to try to call you again. Please answer. I can and I will. Crisis with Caroline. Same problem with P and New York Post. Dealing with it as we speak. She is okay. I believe I have it under control. I get back to you ASAP." So I read this multiple times at this point, and I'm still trying to understand this supposed lack of context that totally exonerates Joe Biden. If you ask me, it just isn't there. I actually don't see what Byron Donalds, quote, fabricated. What Byron Donalds did was he just took the second portion of the message. He took the second paragraph. He omitted the first part, but I don't see the supposed extra information here that drastically changes the context in Joe Biden's benefit. I don't see it at all. All I see is a conversation about family and alimony, possible cash flow issues, and then James Biden saying specifically, "Don't worry about dad," which I guess is Joe Biden. "I'll take care of it. I'll work with dad, or I'll work with your father alone." That seems yet again like more evidence that proves that Joe Biden was lying, because Joe said that he didn't work at all with his son and his brother Jim Biden. He wasn't involved in their business dealings at all, yet it seems at one point when Hunter Biden was incapacitated, I guess you could call it, well, someone had to work with Hunter's father, essentially implying or implicating Joe Biden in James Biden and Hunter Biden's business dealings. This doesn't seem like fabricated evidence. This seems like evidence. But Democrats are pointing at the missing piece of, quote, context and claiming it's fabricated or it exonerates Joe, when it obviously does not even close. And even if it did, even if this little piece of evidence wasn't substantive enough, it's not like we even need it, as if there isn't enough evidence already. We have the bank transfers, we have other text messages and emails, don't even need this one. We have enough business associates and eyewitness testimonies pointing the finger. There's enough insider reports, there's enough information, altogether painting a very, very clear picture without this last little piece. This last little piece that Democrats claim is unusable, is fabricated. Maybe. Nah, no it's not. What it really is more evidence to add on to the pile of evidence. And as expected, Democrats are lying, Democrats are coping because they know the truth isn't so good for them. Anti-establishment Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez once again carries water for the corrupt Washington elite establishment. What an absolute joke. That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.